It's World Alzheimer's Day. It's a disease impacting millions of people every single day, many in our communities or even in your family. So joining us now live via Zoom is Joe Landamici of the Illinois chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. I appreciate him for taking the time to be with us here today. Joe, thank you so much. The first question for people, can you explain Alzheimer's disease and what it impacts?
Yeah, so the key with Alzheimer's disease is, first of all, we get early detection. Alzheimer's, a lot of people will assume, is just a normal part of aging, and that is actually not the case at all. Alzheimer's disease is a true disease that affects how the brain functions and its memories and thoughts, and eventually is fatal. And it's one of these things that we want to teach people about, the 10 warning signs, to really understand and to work with their doctors to get an early diagnosis, so that we one day, as we've got going on now, can one day find an end to Alzheimer's. But early detection is going to be key. So it is a disease that really does affect memory and thinking, and it is not a normal part of the aging process. The Alzheimer's Association is a leader in this area, and we've developed a list of 10 warning signs to help people understand the difference between normal aging and common signs of possible dementia. And one of them, for instance, is just misplacing things and losing the ability, though, specifically to retrace where might I have put it, or, starting to withdraw from work or social activities that they once enjoyed. And now in the time of COVID, we really want people to understand these 10 warning signs. In fact, we have a program coming up, and hopefully your listeners will be able to take our upcoming 10-10-10. On October 10th, we are going to be doing 10 warning signs, both in English and in Spanish, starting at 2 p.m. It's on a Saturday. They're an hour-long program each, but they'll be there going over them at 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 o'clock at night. We've got multiple programs. So the key is, we want you to know those warning signs, because these are things that you should watch not only in your family, but maybe at your church group or your other activities that you participate in, and really help spread awareness of what Alzheimer's is, because it's not a normal part of aging.
Yeah, what are some of those other warning signs? I know for me right now, I have a relative who they have dementia, and it's been progressing very rapidly during this pandemic, and it's been interesting to see all the things that you pick up on as you are watching this take place in someone's mind. What are some of the other things that people can look out for outside of they can't track things that they've lost? What are some other things people can watch out for?
Yeah, so another common sign is change in mood and their personality. A person may become more easily upset when they're out of their comfort zone. And this is one that some people say, that's just them. But really, if that wasn't them, that's another big sign to look for of what could be going on. Other areas too, it's just misunderstanding and trouble understanding visual images and spatial relationships. And now of all times, we're really seeing that, and this can really cause a contrast when driving, a contrast just when interacting with people. These are just some of the 10 signs. And one of the keys to remember is, even if you have some of these signs, doesn't necessarily mean you have Alzheimer's, but you do want to know all the signs, because as you start to see multiple signs, you can start to work with your doctor and your neurologist and really find out if this is Alzheimer's. And if so, again, that early detection is going to be key to hopefully one day, as you can see with the flowers behind me, to finding an end to Alzheimer's.
And last question I have really quickly here, we keep talking about early detection. I'm so glad you're giving out these signs. A lot of people, they assume Alzheimer's, oh, that's, you hear say old timers. It's always older people who are impacted, but that's not necessarily the case, correct?
No, that's not the case. In fact, there's early stage, which means that you can get it, in your 40s. And this is not just a disease that affects those who are older, which, yes, that's where we tend to see it, but you can get it, into your 40s. And that's why it's key to know these signs, because it doesn't just affect the elderly. It can affect you into your 40s.
All right. Joe, thank you so much for taking the time and spelling that out. We'll make sure to get that information out as well on the program that you all have coming up. I do think this is something that a lot of people need to know, they need to hear, and a lot of people don't know where to go to get help. So we appreciate you taking the time for us today here on World Alzheimer's Day.
Thank you very much.
All right, man.